yani head of state. Oguja too. Itini the head of state. Wako share the other city no. General, eti wono so no wokoto yini ade na America force dey omo de ban ato Ghana force ana afa no mo consider omo Ghana ni bia ntukwa ma America hey ebadio ye behwe ni nyina why de akosie ani ade ye be discuss it General ba ku ye na anum kokan no kura na ye passing comment na mamenka mo say ambulance fo ade no ye nwie
the bitter.
No, we no he. Say buapayo. Omo mpesa ambulance asem de be kan ntino. No omo share da koso ba ku nim. So omo ye no omo so. Sharaf na wako kana asem. General. Enu kwa na ye passing comment. Ana omo ye na ese no omo kan me na ko wiese. Afa de me mmra me tum nchene. No wo ye nka me jai me ka ye no ye yi no ana sharaf se wo ye no no okofa yi no wofa ne neganso ejedanso confidence so mi anamba no exactly etu wo ye na confidence frame ye ana wo ye se neganso abiam danso skani no and why and was yeah radi papa na dia na me wo fasi afra me say why and masere na me say confidence no kura wo ha madwene wo no negda wo ye se ne nua ba na logina eti wo ba no abeka kire me say ja me nua ba na de yi free me say wo nua ba na yi na free and na no ba no say me wo fasi no so say wo no won ka wonti me ya na say ne wo fasi no so kami afa me yi wo fasi afri mu a de me tia ne say we sori a ye bebo na wo ka bie wa ne be say nam say da bi enwrenwa de ha ya fa ba edi confidence so de o ye no wo fasi de wo no nya me target na emum ye busa governance ho asem why we ye governance president Mahama ne kofa code of conduct de ma ye ministers na code of conduct ye musa so wo no awodi so na ne family members ne ne namu and ye be dis an common into details says ye to abama obi a so membu man ya na ne family members ne namu ne ya ne ato abama ne family members no ana Ekufa do be ye na enye ene jo Mahama ye me ye musa questions na madwene ye adwuma ni obi antimi hwenu obi a we ye boxer na so hu ode a koko we need titles magana eja nkwasasem no
tell them let them know
say ye ka boxing dia betimi akabi e nka bi katache mfo asem ma boxing na ye ka soldier fo asem dia ye ka police asem ye ka economy ho asem ye na mo edru boxing dia market eche nka bi mo fa boxing nkosi Azerbaijan Kosovo Costa Rica and one na menka ho asem bibia within the nation dia meka ho asem what emremre bia ni ho mo pa muni matem kosi ha ade beche kosi aga me emremre ani atem didi see dia media no so nkomo into detail Anthony Joshua na kwa ye ne beba ye gisan na sharaf no ye se 2024 wa ye bi ne nyina e bedi san komo ti mon twema mu ti bi ni ade na mbanya nsam nso asa awe ho General resume mu resume na enyina ho a etimi teba fom ebi beba 42 nyina ade ala etimi kosoro na kosoro a ebe increase the price of fuel se government and fund to so dia
na ye scam aban or ye propaganda if say onya save mo na okase ya increase fuel price on the world market but then again we are not going to increase it in this country. What it presupposes means that there's going to be a gap mo elbow kagu ho ochina ya de besa betua it propaganda ne de senya no mo di bu a world market price no of fuel a crude no e kosoro a ese timi affect here enam kwa mu eba why nyame na meka war no so Iran e major year a major producer of oil. I said the Iran is a major producer of oil in the world. They make what I say. In Central West Iran, it will affect a world production of oil. And the way after there will be scarcity. It is scarcity, no demand and supply. When there is more demand than the supply, prices will automatically skyrocket. What did I say? Economics, some call you cool and fancy one no, yes, a demand and supply curve. No. When there is more supply than demand, then there will be a price reduction. And when there is more demand than supply, then prices will shoot up. Yes, I am here. To your draw when one near your curve, when you say near the Inabishia, maybe a price and a supply this year. Yes, sir. Mekainina.
Kukasti cool and a chere mo
Wabi
fat.
onyene. Wabi.
Agozia.
Yes, shark.
Sa. My bende mumu ne ho hinti. Omo ya no ma chia mo pa. Edi ye be president mama de o trust na wa wasem. On kano correct. Okay. Nana history ni asa mo mbia na ansani akọ. Okay. So general womo ye no mo busa se. Na hwene no kwa wodi hene bai. Ma kira womo kira. Na wo ye no mo so. Wo hena wo sa ye politics. General de manfo ni nim. Na mo nsua ne ne. Ene se de o ma fa hodie ba kuro we mu. Efra borofo nsem. Anya kwa me nkroma na hyase.
Ebida.
Tie de make yi. Na mo nsua na mo hunu. Mo pa de sua. Mo nsua. Mo amone mo nananom mo ntena se me nto by the fireside nkyere mo. Mo nso boku nso mo mfa bi nkan. Timothy wi ase ye den. Wo mso odi yokohene. Na yokohene no kwa ne sei. General. Ye ni ade no. Ena no history me de mo mo ne se. 1948. Na ayi osu alatamanche. Your friend in New Kobna Boni the third. Tie de make yi. One no na 24th February crossroads. Tie de make yi. One more ye no. Asojafo a omo call Second World War kokon ye. Na ayi Britain aban no promise wo mo se. Se mo kokon to kwana mo ba. Ye ba mo early retirement ne some benefit. Afi wo mo kwa bomba ye Britain aban no ati and governor na mfa mo mo. Ana wo mo nante so mo call ayi ni ade. Wo mo koje o ma de castle. And on the 24th February crossroads shooting. Exactly. Cooperative, private or that lamty, and the sergeant Ajeti, the Motin and Kanyadi. And one more a wee, you shoot two or one way. Like Chenier. Now, Hina no Osu Alatamanche. So, what's the word awam? You can't be awam. What's be that? Yes, I am awam. What's be that? What's Yasia? What's Yasia? Asian say, awam ne stand for. A year Association of West African Merchants. Awam Association of West African Merchants. Exactly. Na 1948. Na omune control a year trade route a free by UK ni adeba. And omo yes omo be stockpile a year product. They kind of hoarding. It omo hoarding na prices cost. Ni nyina ka ho bi ma ni Kobna Boni the third. A year no see boycott a European product. It omo year what in 1948 riot. We incited the masses against a West African merchant. Exactly. And not in Tokwabai. Sa a year 1948 riot no. And no the lead yama man for the asking for a year independence. You form UGCC. I didn't know Muabe year CPP. I did New Kobna Boni the 10. No, you're in it. And what year politics here. And there must be a hine. Ironically, when him said no ye Osuala Tamanche Yinano. When him said no said him what touch my. Na hine ben anodi. Touch my. Let them know. No, or ye Yokohino what touch my. Unshia dear. Now fair Masaba Yokohina make us some chilemo. Most why Yokohina was a bedi a politics here. And what about Yokohina and a mamma far who dear by. Touch my Yokohine. Nico Benaboni the third. Exactly. If San Cranfoni dear Jadia. And you know, Betty and another mammy free. Touch my. Now, yeah, you could need. The catcher of Sa Yukofonia Bian will be a young Mamoni. After will be or do Osuala Tamanche. No, I said, do you Kohina would touch my. Now, maybe do you Kohina was Santiago when I was on Tiasi. Made my Yuko so free gabbing. Gabbing in Yaminia. And I'm in a quagona. Mendam one year, Demeko, when I'm buying IEC. Exactly. A mamrani a mania tetense munsia. We are now Chamadapa. Na magrin and Tessa would you know. Be buy. Me bayed you be anye. To a hine. You cohin the miana midi. Now do my hine. Or Pediana hine. Why ye domao? If the domani you crow. And ye near Hindian cronkru. Obey yes will be a country. Munsia dear. Obi a jassy. Obi a young cobia. It mumma been a modern son on your hini. A war formation. Precisely. Yakon near for me, no. For yasi, near for me. Yakas will be on Cobia, on Cobebia, on the Shefi. Educates them. Yakas will be a Jassia. One in Safoni, he knew a young Fio Cranwo. Niakas will be a Nifahine. So ye Nifahine dia, ye conquer ye the right wing of the war. Precisely so. Anna so be a benkumhina, or ye the left legend of the war. Exactly. And will be your country, Sabantamahine, or your country, and only almost a country, your country, a your country. Now said to tour a yababu, or they can't buy, and one bantama hene. One in the core, your costume here. Amankwatia. Amankwatia. One in the core for years, you can't say danger costume. No more core, aquamu. No more now, money or mobile buy and when we are mad and walk home. Na sata mokosua akwamune de nkyirafo no war formation ni ade nyina anu obo bantema akonwa ma no se saade ne wo no ekon ni ntima bo akonwa ya ma wo kwa wode anumfo 300 anum asam wana na edi anim anu wode wo kwa anu wode wo ma asafo de nti asafo hene eya akwamu hene ofa asante no eti kasa akwamu ne ye esoro ha na mom cha mo ase tutu ko asante bemu akodi ade no ana akwamu hene emma anum asam wali 300 soldiers lidi ye koye na sabi akwamufo ne ade no no omotensa wo ni dipa ne nya no ase nya no ase ensa wo mu dipa no unsua ade wo ye ne ade nti doma hene kura medical ka kire mo anya bununi me ka asemu ya monte wo tete bununi asante ntam nyina doma hene onya bununi ne nya bununi kina dabi wonya bida me ana mpapa no ebisa doma hene ne nuane akwamu hene na so ye bununi dia da na ne nuane akwamu hene explain doma hene wonya bununi se wo ye bununi dia anka ye da na ne nuane ye agugufo aduanafo doma hene ye bununi dia e da na ne nuane kumawu doma hene ye bununi dia e da na ne nuane asumanya enti etukotena wo ye ne ade no se wo firi akwamu no anu wo tene ya baabi an ne kumase mo frɛ ne South Central e ho no obetena woni kwadwokromu hene kwadwokromu ne ye cultural center kumase cultural center Wamo ye ni ade na omo ne doma hene nete wo obiri ye bu awuo ne ba ye na doma hene tu ye ene so okotena wampam na wamunsuo a da bono ne pam mu no okotena ti wampam no otete ho an wa build doma amana ye kese enti okapa dia doma hene ni nchiri ni akwamu wanya bununi ti waya wo tete abonofo ni asantefo ntam ni ade maka kire me papa munya na semara abonofo mu ni asante nka mu wade me papa wo ebia wo pa bono nso ne so adi ntia ne asi asati we versus them na bono fo no mani di so hene na nso ono ade onya bono ni wono de wonka bono ne wonka honkura wo ya kwamu ni na do ma hene ya kwamu ni exactly yes o ifra kwamu wow me ka kire wo history no me kire wo na do ma hene nya bono ni bomu history hene eti wonya so wotete yi ni ade edi janua ayoko hene ne de yedi yebedi ne ne yebedi ne china na ya omso na himfie wei enti se okọ ayagona se ye wa himfie kakraka si wo no na ade achi a jasen so wo na himfie na nkọ bia so wo na himfie na kontre wo na himfie mo adwene mu ha o I'm not your regular guy. Don't be doing these things with me. General, a scientific training first na young son, and they say I be watching. Na history, ne be a memo. Why? You will country, you will just say near the Ayoko 4 pet and a come. Oh, fire. Munim flu. Young core reforms. Omusia dia ana omudi dia tem dek omusia na menema fo no aba na dwene omusia history no omuni mo history and the people with that knowledge of their history is like a bird flying without a tree to stand on eventually they will die. Let them know munim baby amufri ba na meda hu baby amoko say ye na munim baby amufri ba dia akamba hu no say akamfo ni nyina ha ya de ba ko na politics no ma sha ase echichemu na mfante ni asante wontokwa ana we fante ni etachiman skafo na mu wo akan state ni mu no mo sha ase organize matches be kan akamfo na bom na munya kwasesem no exactly so ti yanko why if you are Schwarzenegger also what the secret to abonte if you no be asoma me ana me nua ba no masoma so ukura ha adwendo why you say when you walk agona me obi asoma se bebo de sister if you also come ni papa first me no anadwo bi ye ko ayi akramo no ya nioma bi wo ho ni ade na afia na ya sumsam edu ba bi ana na adwene no nso ye de ya onua no no afa na sa adwene ne nye sumende average no ayenko we MPP for reforms no ya baba sharafa asem so we will still talk about it exactly so dek no amount of intimidation apu ebeka MPP no say ayedai ya the reforms aba so currently osha MPP call yewo a polling station and you want electoral area. Now polling stations in here baby are trouble. So we go polling stations. Baby I remember tomorrow about if you just east. It may you so if you just east. Now constituency. Now me de a cheremo de yesi ya babe ye. Now currently no, you want 152 polling stations in if you just east. So for woso ede ko de wutabre ede ko wiamuase kona odumase asamai akrofonso jamase ede ko bepoase buanim ni nyina wo kambo mu a police stations mako 152 now sa police stations 152 no now kodru police station bia no a eye nipa num ana ye yi omo so omo ye police station executives chairman hwan ni ade ni nyina and the MPP force were more than nipa mienu beka ho e police station it can offer if you just search the east for instance police station be a nipa 5 it's 152 no it will give you a figure of 760 precisely police station executives in nyina now you police station executives in we are omo ba omutime to aba ni beni ade electoral area coordinators it will far electoral area no say Agona West no Alhaji Hashim Adams ono wo ho ofa be pass new tower yes Ayuba ono so e wo ho dome Dumens ono so wo ho bedumase Montreal wo koduru wa emo so Kennedy ono so wo ho Foria manfo mu nyina eti se Kwakudua wo mu nyina eti wo fa sa electoral area coordinators ya obeduru afija se kire Easter 34 but I know say other constituencies were more or less you went free so na make masembra yi free so na bra dabi yi na bra eti o ye ne ade no omoye over your friend say 34 now one coordinator to one electoral area eti ka de be kan ho 34 plus 760 it will give you a figure of I think 794 precisely. So by and large these were the people that vote and so now what the constituency executives you know say chairman ufa chairman chairman down school ho na waba first vice anyas na waba second vice na waba secretary you can say Israel na deputy secretary wo munyina no wo mu ho Yakubu Halidu ne wo munyina Habila assistant secretary Habila na yes ana poku frefre wono no ni ademia na menu adimosi wo ye organizer eti wo fa sa omo maka no a say deputy organizer amembu akofi general na make kan ho asem o mamu amen enwa mamu ofunti poku ya baba to aba odwane ko UK ko pa bibi bedi precisely MPP abekan wa say na we enkrofobia o mo say me ba MP wa yi if you just search East nti o ma sha share me video say bekan nsem bi na no ne ade na de mekan no mutie ya nkan ne say geduri bi wo ni na mekan ni wiem na mekan man nsam ne me ana mekan dem kan e bia nso me ana mekan fire eti general oya no your assistant secretary your organizer deputy organizer your youth organizer we could do alpha is wo rem kola wo kan yo money ye rem kola is any adwuma do ye ne wo shine tri ho one ne deputy any ade ne women's organizer enu say so sa Cindy ya to abama no amemu fo ye ya nhwe mu ye nti ono so UK no koya okope bia as say ye dia ma mod mod de hwe so one Sekina no mo ye na de mo hwe so yani namuana waba research and elections that is from Pon and Crawford and san waba treasurer Nana Kwaku financial secretary ni ade and no never ma 17 in number and the MPP so more increase no yabehwe it's now what they are doing is that per every polling station instead of 5 member per police station only 2 making 7 so the figure will now move away from 760 to 1064 exactly now we no free the coordinators now no 34 say Besmark mo say Frank Jameson bipua Besmark bipua wo mo nyina no yi wo mo free na ko mo 34 and ye the 44 beka omo ho it per every coordinator electoral area bia no ye the nipa 4 e beka ho so say o ye nipa 4 per 34 coordinate a year that means it will be 5 electoral area.
Exactly.
So electoral area biano, multiplying by 34, it will give you 170.
Precisely.
We are trying to expand the electoral college.
Expand it.
They make a what I say.
Call.
After we are, Yabama Kwaima, a former DC, former MP, former constituency executives, and no more hold the positions in the party. If it says, will be by here former DC, will be by here MP. Now, after you free wa, who's who need say need decision making in the party here? It is wrong.
Precisely.
Obia Baba here constituency, police station executive. After you free wa, who's here taking decision with the party? One can't hold the it is wrong. Eti afa ni bema kwan ama sa nkrofo ni nyina beba etu fa afija secretary East constituency for instance yede wo nyina ba beka ho a it will give you a figure of about let's say 1,500 to 2,000 people.
Precisely. So,
whereas in the initial stage, you will be dealing with about 800 to 900 people by and large. Now from 800, when it is expanded to about 1,500 or 2,000, it is believed that it's a limited expansion, but included in decision making.
Exactly.
You make what I say. If you say an MPP force will be reforms in urban, general Fansafa we Now, the electoral college will move from polling station executives of 760 using Efija East constituency as the yardstick. Now, Omodia call a year 1,064. Then they will move from a year coordinators of 34. Now, coordinators are now about 170.
Precisely.
Then we are former DCs, former MP, former constituency executives, former police station. So it will really expand.
Exactly.
Now, as to whether or not these reforms are what we need, or we need mass expansion, and one repercussions, financial constraints. So far, I am in agreement with it for now.
Precisely.
But as we progress, we must be able to have every card-bearing member of the party given the opportunity to decide.
Exactly.
But you see, and you need a database, and you pentamwa yeni idea. General, we are no free one. Almost one of the reforms I deba, and it's a more miatuaba entem. Now, Matisse be no more years. Yebeto national elections, ni yato regional, ni yabeto constituency, ni yazo topsy turvy. That means ye tene adiania. And only no correct. You decide this, or decide this answer. I am penny. They make ye. You decide this, no more decide this answer. I am penny. Ye form for the penny. If said the entire empire say, Samunya to national organizer, to national general secretary, to national chairman, we are, and some year to police station, when you so be controlling the whole process out to the last member. You make what I say. So be biodia, or be control this process, and we don't want a situation where the party will be living in the hands of the bourgeoisie. The party belongs to the people, so we must let the people decide. It you know the engine correct. We decide this. Communication no elko so say we must you better national, ni akoto regional. We must be nye emma so bibia sanso ni ho. The mom the omo decide ne say Canada Japan ne ba omia ne branch champion ne kwabena Japan. We mon krofo ne kontokwado do. Party nso yakọ Ekuonaba yanusu biri ye. Hey, no correct. Yanusu biri ye akoja. Defeat was so massive. So we are not in ordinary times. We need extraordinary measures to deal with extraordinary times.
Exactly.
Now this is what we are doing. Ya pese mu janto kwano. Jennifer Pong. Wo peka ne dinti. Wa kwa. Na your friend say Kofi Ofosu. Wono so pe ba umianti. Wo ne Jennifer ne ko ne ade. And yes, munya ni anya no free one time. Na constitution no. MPP constitution no. The chira say you will position there. You better aba not later than 2 years, 24 months. Now you better aba Ghana da bay. You better be 7th December 2028. The constitution is you better me ato a presidential candidate not later than it bet me a net bet me a china name many kwan say a year 7 December 2024 2026
exactly.
That means what British constitution it's in another than Kokufado time I ba opposition in 2008 by 2010 years you know I think August 2010 and year so October 2010 or so year no so when you ample time be campaign it will be more year any news wɔn si yɛn to ne ntɛm menu wɔn yɛ adwene sɛ bɛyɛ akene Japan supporters Baomia supporters Kwabena Japan supporters wɔn bɛgya ntɔkwa no ama ɔtete party ni mu party ni yihia no ne etu wɔn si December 31st January 31st yɛbɛtoa bɛyi presidential candidate menu wɔn yɛ adwene saa deɛ awie na yɛbɛda ne deɛ nyɛ no korɛ ɛma so ne ma so kyena eti yɛn kɔnkɔto ne ntɛm deɛ ɔbɛlusu ne ani so ate ne wan deɛ ɔbɛwi ne nso ne agya waka wɔn nyinaa bom na munya ntɔkwa bebree no
Bruce Lee
Gobi General Sawa it's sad near no reforms ba consul say youth organizer position first na would me di 39 kura no wadi and they almost mo year free ho na wo mo di about 35 na wo say bi kamu yi we me ko kamu mo na menyai 35 no say national youth authority no the definition of youth yes say 35 from 15 to 35 na youth na NDC for no mutimi ya no do kura be youth awo mutimi ya na yenti and dia we MPP ni ba ko a wo ye ne se o hene se ye makwa mo pariado ye youth organizer ni ekofo obi a wonya yi ni ade am so ya no de enka no kure ba same okuba ye youth organizer no na oni 35 eti ubetimi aye adwuma wa bra oni 35 wonnim ya onim yo eti we 35 na mo mbeto ba ye youth organizer no se wo album ni mu nko ade a na wonnim fie 35 wa ubetimi atobi sanso na se wo ye women's organizer wo bepa obi a ye oba wo album ni so bia na betimi atobi eti regional no se regional elections obi a wo region ni mu bia wo so wokoto aba se youth organizer no obetimi atobi so long as I win the 35
precisely
omo wie no se reforms ni mi se Tescom yebema Tescom fo no first na Tescom presidents nkwa na eto na afen yebema Tescom patrons abeka ho etu fa Ashanti region for instance they are about 64 or so 62 Tescom ni ade na concerns Ashanti regional youth for any reason and it says o makwan if the Tescom no obu o ha o free sunwane and o be school kumase and o be Tescom president and the patron na afen o ba 8 months pen o be sa akoni fie o si de bo no mra me decide ma manfo na te wo eno na o mo hwe ni ade ba yen hwe ni anya se betimi bibia for why now the reforms are there yeah expanded them mom see ya done in the say obi beto national ansani abedu eno dia anya adwuma agosu ya ya be ka dia say eno a form for yempene yempene reforms no by yeah limited expansion say yeah be any ade afa yanto presidential candidate ade ntem it is not in breach of any law because already the law is there so we are following what the law says okay the law of the constitution of the MPP says that not later than 24 months except that when Frank Davis moved the motion per the constitution of MPP whenever a motion is moved say it must take 6 months preparation it will show moving of the motion 6 months in January it you know one movie sank yanya no December nanka bibia nko but the mrane man ho kwan sa it mrane de akọ January tiafe January ni nyina akohia ni ato aba one be winie party A party B General Secretary what the release aba it we no wo mo ye the Joe Wise committee no say Joe Wise na be ni ade and ya form wo mo committee say wo mo na ebehwe so am ya yes an yema nyina ye mo me antu ni mfiri why ya wo be wini abewini unwini nso wunwi ya ma 10 years kura wunwi unwi deck ya ma 10 years kura wunwi why unwi be wini nso abewini these are the critical major reforms and yama mienu ehia ye pa electing of a year the can say presidential candidate and this I beto abada no ade ne mienu national officers yama mbako monto eyin ntem presidential candidate ntem ebom sa ya dane no aba beto national kosi form ne de enya adwuma ne enya adwuma chena if some way sadia do be winning national chairman or ambition so be control the whole party no the nkro for ahihemu akosi the last end today bia no we be transfer for 15 years yempane sa suabo bonu otim no otim eti yempene saa eno de yemtwe why dek yemon primary sin de encontem me wo say boy ye ne ade camps ni bi ni ayi na camps ni bi mo be wi ni mo nyam campaign ni to why
candidate
ton ye mo nya atem de die na mo nton
fast
you know amechia dumens
sapepe
Jamfi Isaac Jamfi mechia Boachi Isaac esu mechia Alima to Sadia mechia mo nyina adwuma mo ye Frank mechia mo nyina Frank Jemensa da bia no watwa ponko na oye ayi anti edu we amuase wona no me coordinator ba ko awu ayi General Mosquito we amuase wo ye me kodu a me kosra me ne anti edu mo na yi ne koyi nti mechia mo nyina mo ye adwuma nso teacher constitution we amuase ono so ye adwuma ono se wonye coordinator ba de adwuma wo ye no no de nti o se ai nana kwaku ne na se mo nyina mo ye adwuma mo nyere mo ho you know ayan sori wo na yanko hwe G-Tech insasa na yanko emra ni mu emra set G-Tech eye act 1023 Kenya yeka act no a eye se wo hyemra wo parliament na parliament hyemra de toso de enti yeka se we bia act 1030 act 1023 that means the 1023 law ya pass Ghana's parliament it will fa bit say 1994 act 494 act 4989 there's a emra toso 494 it will fa bit say criminal and other offences act 1960 yes act 29 that means emra Ghana share here toso 29 no say be alpha act 25 the companies act ni adia emra toso 25 it's emra Ghana share here from 1969 yenya efa ahodi no ebesi nne the toso 1023 eye mra set up G-Tech na G-Tech no madwuma ne say yanko ne yanko hwe eye dani enye we yanko de eye functions of G-Tech under section 7L famiko section 7 no ansa na ade maba 36 ni the criminalization of yes ade no a ye kan say tanko computer mo ye yati komwa monko school enya hwe eti sawo the doctor sawo ye professor sawo ye de yo emra ne say so ko school na nya sa title afa me ya bedru ba bia ndc fu sori wo bia de bitu no so tanko computer ni ya dani ya ntententem you any free so na fa the other the right in bra afa tanko computer ana wodi abase wo ye doctor ana G-Tech atworo krata command say fatanko computer beto so ene omo ma ye ni ade na yesi wo munyi title ndc fo no a no omo sesa honorable ne doctor ne ade go mu so monko school ajabo so ko ba fo ana G-Tech atworo krata na yenhwe so far enipa G-Tech atworo krata dani follow me ansan ya komra na kura follow me yenhwe nipa G-Tech Dr. Tanko computer wonye doctor babia according to G-Tech if it's a G-Tech ne wo eye tumia ebeka kire o say ye be read mra no what the constitution says so G-Tech atworo krata e dia koma nkrofo bi say munya mo doctor ne yusu it's one co school na nyai to be a doctor you must have studied for about 3 to 4 years and son why a doctor by book now doctor ne so ye beto so medically you must have spent the time of about 7 years as a medical doctor mo dia mo nko bi ko ya no download your free network so ai web so
download it
wachichire dwuma so a me ye Dr. Tanko computer obisa no say kinsu no kinsu no wa hia ya hwa ye hu kinsu no wa hia ono pa ne nimba bia kinsu no wo o say online so ye kwa hwa ye no achi ya no krechi ayi na ye be hwa say ye criminal act na per act 1023 section 36 no ye be hwa say ade no Dr. Tanko computer here no does it border on criminality and even in failing of forms that's how the question say your doctor our brother when your doctor oko criminal and other offences act 1960 anymore you were forgery you were defrauding by false pretenses it is when your doctor said your papa according to G-Tech when your doctor and so there was your doctor ni your whole minister of communications mo yes akwaya goodie there is only one computer then if you get a video no Sam George very irresponsible character yentie Sam George very irresponsible character
There's only one computer. With a PhD or no PhD. It's still the computer. There's only one MP. There's only one computer. With a PhD or no PhD. It's still the computer.
Such an irresponsible comment coming from a whole minister of state.
Precisely.
When Obia would demand for any, say, "I know you give a course, a dear boss." Now, what that man for? On your doctor, so a doctor. No man for any raise questions, or they can't catch a man for no class, or we idiot for questioning him. And for a minister of state who should know better, he says that there is only one computer, whether you're a doctor or your doctor. We have brought a year democracy in the governance so low that people are no more held accountable for their actions. Obit me that man for no on your doctor, also your doctor, and we get a minister of state endorsing such impunity.
Precisely.
Impunity. Say whether PhD or no PhD. So that means the arrogance of power. Just a man for a question, no. Or me and Kwasiafo. Yes, sir.
Fire.
You know, man for and Kwasiafo. So more question, no. So your doctor now, when your doctor. Yes, sir. And these are the people leading us.
Precisely.
And so almost me and commercial. What can you be true at the part? Tanko computer. On your doctor. Daniel Fayam for Mama Cano, when your doctor, no, G-Tech, actual moment. For more picture, but 1 year. One more picture, 1 year, Coco, you paid in so General Saddick. I was your first never better. After ye say after Papa Professor Adum Ofori elected 1 year professor. G-Tex na mo pay professor and doctor no. Mo ko suku no Deck. Mo ko suku and this Om ko suku so dey. O ma download the atomo. Professor when so Honorable Dr. Desmond de Graft pay to say there 1 year doctor. G-Tex say 1 year doctor onya yusu. What is say na yisu nyina o wo pe campaign honorable doctor nyina wo de che so na wan ko suku a we so ye na akoyo wono so MP for wutu senya east wono so ye say na doctor na de ato no so say Dr. Felix na akoyo e wo abra onye doctor G-Tex wonyi then this di asemo
Expose them.
Anya by force shortcut aban wo download the doctor na sa won ko school ko he now call you G-Tex wonya yusu
Expose them.
Danny for last one bra wonya sa ne bai tanko computer and now no ba kun so doctor ya oba ya my your man body wonya doctor so a doctor then this muko school nu wia e be ye dai Ora Collins that way. One cast why Dr. Baby. And so Collins that they are competent enough. Let me hold the portfolio, sir. A minister of works and housing, minister of this year. By force, I saw your doctor. Metia minya doctor. Minko kasa be a doctor. We make Kenya, they say me we me masters no. Na me frame me young kubi they say je mo. Na me ye na say wo hwe Dennis me nkoye me doctorate na me nko sua law every Dennis anu anu di matter say kan kwase asemo nkyere na what honorary lawyer da so honorary doctor dey dey bo na honorary lawyer what be da eti ko sua dey ntimi ma honorary apa na we me call kakra no hey law ni na fomo awosua ka me ye ajai na me frame yonko ba ko na me yonko fo ndi o munyi no ma dwene nyewu me frame kwaku osisa kyere na me kwaku Ediana nyame jai additional no den do no be am say na I come from time to time na am so me come from 5 to anajo 9 no say ntu jai a sa 5 to anajo 9 de bia no de be ye dan ngwase ase bia na de be di ba ko tena ba bi atwa bi I guess so nemo mamenka was say uko wanko 5 years in the beba nemo eba the result of say otu asoko and say be for lawyer and say the result of say one to us wanko and say bia no awen sama kidney say it is the choices yours to decide exactly and I'm say mame to aso no makwa ampani ampa ye wura mu no aka 1 year ni ye wi enti monko school ni bi o man ko bi ejom juse kadechie nko bi kadechie nso ko bi pa hey let
them know
hey makobi o bitri bonso Edi general we say ni ye call level 300 in the law Gempa law you be wi enche to monko bi na munwie
downloading
no na GTech war the mandate say oko section 7L of Act 1023 and if I make one year read section 7L of Act 1023 near share the criminal aspect of adia no a mo ye no and people must be prosecuted
exactly so
people must be prosecuted. Then you first never 7L no. Now already a year Act 1023 no. 7L make a bibi. Then project in term na you ready na. You want some bibi ka. You want some bibi.
Sir.
You know. And I want fair no amano. You first Danny. Project in you ready. Now, Section 7L of Act 1023. That is it. Yanko. The one project in a ready. Na yen fa dia no to so na so kura Daniel no so on sentin na no forecast we NDC ni no akwaje bribe ho eti e be ready 7L no
Danny project yanko
so dia to so wo dia ma no Danny and I mean my fan to so we dia mse je Danny o Danny we dia nyawa ka bi dia sebo show Yebeko 7L near ready a year 8L near Dinina. Danny? Okay, maybe I told you project near reading Yanko. Now already at 7L of Act 28, Section 7L of Act 1023. Or say the regulatory functions of the commission, which is GTech, include to A, you ready L no, verify authenticity of all certificates, diplomas, and degrees upon request. The functions of a GTech, maybe a mature criteria. As what me authentifies authenticity. Say you owe a tango computer no. What say where you know a doctor for a certificate you call a doctor nebra.
Fabra.
And only a marane ne chere no. Na oko 7 section 8 of Act 1023 no. Then he projected section 8 no media to say he projected. Na yanko. Section 8 ne say tienio 84D. 84D say the commission is responsible for the accreditation of na ebra 4 or say the commission shall A, that is Yanka A, Nunka D, no, Yanko D, regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles, including university, college, emeritus, professor, doctor, chartered, and related terms. That is project in I ready a hono. You better read section 8.4D.
Teach them.
You read sections 8.4D. So the commission, Najuma, section 8.4D, na reading no. Or say the commission shall D regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles such as college, university, emeritus, professor, doctor. So your commission Najuma. So mo be yesa. Na commission so sa wo to me say or recall it. Say wo tanko computer. Or ma first say doctorate in fabra. Ampa won fa mai. Na yanko section 36. Na yan read section 36 1 to D. Na yan hwa de. 1D to G near radio. It won't say the tanko computer, you know. It is a criminal offense.
Precisely so.
Then Yanko section 36 a year 1D to G. So already section 36 also a person or who tienye not Yanko 1D. Then is zoom in, let the people read. Zoom in. So it's section 36 1D and then or say a person or who D refuses to comply with the request of information made by or on behalf of the commission. D denies access to relevant records for information made or on behalf of the commission, denies access to, obstruct a person authorized by the commission to obtain information, provides information which that person knows is false, or does not have a reason to believe it is true, commits an offense. A tanko computer, some information or the mark commission, a false, so he commits an offense.
Exactly.
Why are we not arresting him? That's some judge to work against him. Say whether PhD or no PhD. Tango Computer.
Discipline.
This is criminal act.
Exactly.
And he must be arrested and prosecuted.
For pound.
And so now buying to so. It's a juma. Until now, your mama, yeah, cast 1 second, was still a 1 second. Hey, when you remember when I'm calling for no
Scam government.
scam government. Criminal offense. The Tango Computer and then call fire. A criminal offense. Under section 36 of Act 1023. And so still I know yet your mama so far nyehwe. On pamono.
The bitter.
Some George be endorse no. I catch them for some of my whether PhD or no PhD. He's still computer.
Just look at that.
Such disrespect, such arrogance of power.
Exactly.
Tango Computer must be arrested,
Precisely.
prosecuted,
Exactly.
with his accomplices.
Call.
Your man a criminal.
Exactly so.
And you make a man and we are a nation of laws.
Per the law.
Per the law.
Precisely.
Now, General, you're sorry,
Aye,
now yanka a travel ban on Ghana by the United States. So there is a potential travel ban. So now the United States are banning countries. It be say more and it's almost a review 36 countries. 36 countries and Ghana to 16. Nani fair so Trump administration considers adding 36 countries, including Ghana, to its travel ban. Why yeah, and she say why wopa America kono. Say Trump the Ghana for kan wa wunya bi nko. Munu ya no mo honsus wo ba Ghana ontimi nko bio. Donald Trump ade a wo pese wo ye no no. Ani ebusa say na ade na wo pese wo ye sa. Dani to America ya wopa ko nya bi nko. America nso the heaven on earth. Hey, wonko bi a mo bi nkika ngwa asem nkyerɛ. America nko wo mo ma nko. Wo mo ni so ya Ghana ni nko de o ma kwan. He said Donald Trump into omo ye na dwom forma no do me market ene makola for makola for na sa tonkra say ohene de pese ye wo no wo kente no aye kra ye ne ade no eno no yes wo sene onyonko a wo town enti wo mo ye na Wednesday ne be ye ready enti main function next week Wednesday no mo modwa data enti next week Wednesday me ye na mo aten so tag Traders Association in Ghana ono so afreme so ohene wo ba ye be swat say you know ababa was ye nyina ye be chicha onioma na ka kire general ni kofi say show no mo ba won bia benya tutu na mom general de bia mema ne tere kura was team na ba ni obe chi obi a shoe tutu e ma shoe mema shoe ni ade obe mu obi a tutu eti Wednesday show ni ye koye ne wo makola why ye kwa mo so aka mo adwene makola for man be ko mo adwene no mo so ye be cha mo nioma ne ade sa ti ye gia ne dia bre street for eti travel ban ne beba ne ye say da be ade ne si na ye wo ha na Donald Trump ko ka asem bi na fe ma mi omoku Dani Fatoso na ma mi omoku de true so say Ghana is considering we will also Donald Trump better yanka ko kan be kan ye mami at the right time we will take action. Vice President warns of Trump's say US aid or mad aid to no man at Trump is with him. I've almost get debut. After your Vice President say Donald Trump at the right time we will take action. Yes, you walk can be mami. Ebe ni ho na walk can be kan ye Trump in so madam. Hey. Walk can be kan ye. Mami. Enti em so ye na Trump say mo form to asem we ya ka me punish o. After your one na honorable John. His Excellency Malam John Yohani. Malam Yohani nso say. And I know South African president wa call America ma Donald Trump Jojo no enti ene Trump's unfounded attack on Cyril Ramaphosa was an insult to all Africans. Yes, John. Okatakyie Yohane ne mami General yo ekeka bani o ya be bane Ghana for obi antimi nko America enti omo ye no ana ya sako wie se so no obi wo diplomatic relations you don't get hostile to yes anypa no me ba be ka kire am sa de na okuje to abla kwa ye no e wo repercussions
exactly
e wo implications bi so ultimate sorry na wa close wo embassy say because enkrofo aye adwuma ho no aye MPP 40 ye pay enkrofo akohye it's matum ma shutting it down on the orders of Amatela ma shutting it down. We don't do that in diplomatic circles.
Precisely.
The moment you shut down your embassy, it is a hostile relationship you have with the hosting nation.
Let them know.
So the host nation for your embassy and your US government. And when you take such actions without having to engage them, whether through note verbals or through proper writings, it is perceived as a hostile relationship you have with them. And I mean, what I say, Washington for a man be there is evidence to that effect. And go for a break him. Service Akurana or my Nomunya. Etiabaya said we are serious. Oba ye was what call lanche Black Star a year event in a while. Oba sem Crawford. Meanwhile, Washington, baby and Crawford, see a black community all over the world. I will introduce a mirror of justice. You come black community all over the world. Okuja to Black. America has the largest our mukurasika financial power to come and invest. After Okuja to Black, yet was baby and Crawford bet me and Vesa Abakurumo. Shutting it down. And then Crawford came. So a month for visa. 6 weeks, 7 weeks in it. And 3 months. 1 a year, dear friends. All because of your recklessness.
My grandma just died in Jamaica. I am devastated. I want to go home for her funeral and I can't because of the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. I hope this message finds all Ghanaians and especially the Ghanaian embassy. I sent off my passport over 6 weeks ago to the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. to get my Ghanaian visa renewed. It has now been 6 weeks later and I have not received my passport. I have called the embassy, nobody answers the phone. I have emailed them, nobody answers an email. And when I'm online trying to get an update from their chat representative, they are telling me they cannot help me. You promised, and I paid for a 15 to 20 day service. It is now 6 weeks later. I have emailed you stressing that I have a death in my family and I need to get home. And nobody can give me an update on where my passport is. This is unacceptable.
We are unacceptable. General, what by bro you say? What the visa application go to? Washington. Why am if so could you say what no na dwene mu no? Wa shutting it down. Time open baby. What kind of irresponsibility is this and recklessness is this? Is that how governance is done? Because in Kofo year more perceived to be MPP. Tiasi a pay reason be pamo munyina. Near the end is fokubo.
Exactly.
And then no se manfo into kwamra. Black communities in the year of return echi wamumra. Baby on benya visa so kura no ye. So obi so tria visa fee mawa. Ono contractual relationship. And when you are not able to honor that contractual relationship without any proper communication, you have breached the contract.
Yeah.
So a breach of psychological contract. And you sit there, and this is our foreign minister. And so Kufa the so what can brofuri nyina e kire said we be see your foreign ministry na wait. Washington. And when the name so Donald Trump say, and you 36 countries, you know, but when you say Ghana, munye serious. To the more beka home, to consider. And the brand Ghana no in the eyes of the diaspora no. It imagine say black American be and now say African American be a swamra. Now we apply for visa. Now 6 weeks in 7 weeks. Most of them communicate here. Agoja, ne papa muni. Where you am no? Afem be kan mate om 2 minute human. You be di matema dia. Kofa kofi paka wo se. Paka wo mo sandu sika no a say manya antie say mu di matema ye sanem kakra. One district, one factory. Wonya bi amambi. If you mean, Mama Munya, Saddick Adam said, would you matem kakra? A baby dramambi. So do. If you might remember when you be a pa. Ombaji just a coach to them. No moody matem. Never son, dear baby. Me mess me boss my idea. Nama by Cradian Abdiano. Me am a party Cradian Abdiano. Satamu Bojum so, got a chill. You wouldn't be that. Got a chill. And then Anisha Modia, got a chill, Konya credible. Mushim, and you're credible. Be on your credible, and Munya voice a Cassatia Nabai, Ebo. Munya ne voice or cassette anama munya bibo. Steve Wonder eti mo pa America ko no. Baby abedi na we me yira send me warning. O se just Dennis nkwa na ka encourage you ma call on wo. Na abeba ha. So your assignment na ni adaje abeba ha. Ma me uka ho.
Oh fire. Oh fire.
Me huna mani yo. Agoja. Eti yanya ni amra Sharaf asem so.
Yeah. Wo fast Sharaf. Roman father Sharaf.
Dedi kan. Agoja. Bo Kofi ayi kwadwo sha dem bo ojaye ni kakra na. Ye fam break.
Hwi ojaye.
Dani hwe me ne ankoni ade na ngosi hwe.
Amor fire. Amor fire. Amor fire. Amor fire.
Okay. Amor fire. Alright. Baby anya din. Ana mo say dem akoka Sharaf asem. Enti dia bayi. Yanti bida. Boxers ne say dia yi. Ma men kan boxing ho asem. Na sports journalist fo no say dia yi. Ma men kan sports ho asem. Ana morning show fo ne yetwetwe scam mo no. O mo didi katechi atem. Because ma akoka Sharaf asem. Na Sharaf de moja chen adui na ho ahwan. Ojonso de crude oil. Magana. Kimi yanka oni Mahama asem. Ekuonaba bade e betimi aka wona na mamamuo mu a there is a problem with it. Na mom se Mahama ba ene na mamamuo ni mu a there is no problem with it.
Precisely.
You need picture free so. I'm not against or no boy no.
No, never.
I am not against him.
Never.
Let's state that record clear. It's not about the guy.
Exactly.
And make some catch it out. No offer. And then neck down. So now when you say confidence, so be cancel. My minti minti na no offer. It confidence so buy you know. And my say when ni nua ba no. Lordina de men kana sem bio. Tomorrow Lordina men kana sem for a while. And was sad no offer see dear ba. And me ko ye you know. Come make bio.
Roman father.
And you confidence so. Oh guys was even offer that was be you the free.
Me
you know.
Me offer see.
And they say no. Confidence in your biology na ne. Ayi we no. Sharaf de. Me you omo free. Just that microphone in your man omo keka na me be school yi omo. Why? Eti nya Sharaf. Na mom na konta ne dem uniform nye. John dem uniform. Confidence so e ma bio. E ma wa konta me uniform nye yi. E so ne Malam Yohane do na ebu man. Ti me uniform a. And I know say me ni nua asafo JNDC kasa. Ono so wonso yi president ma free na. Na me say na me uniform say. Esa fo aje anti enye yi won na ebu man ti afi wo mo se makobusa se Sharaf nya sika we na no kura no hwe ye passing comment
exactly
me ya na me am ka se wo ba betwuma da pa eti ye nyai afi binum so Sharaf ne papa ne papa nua na Ibrahim Mahama no mo was candidate na Ekuonaba de no mo nebusuafo no mbo kube na no mo bo ansa no mo ba ba mu ahu na obi ane na na be chief justice Ekuonaba na ne papa ye chief justice of the republic Ekuonaba Ekuonaba who ye chief justice of the republic Ekuonaba papa be ye president of the republic what's say nipa no mo ni what it takes to open a restaurant
precisely
tie de make yi hypocrisy be kumo
pound for pound
mo hypocrisy be kumo
exactly so
e be bo mo tiri so
and
no ye ka be tie Ekuonaba de no because it was wrong
precisely
this whole idea say ye to abama obi a deck na busuafo ne namu saa and as a nation we are accepting that nonsense as a norm
Exactly.
But what nation is this?
Fire them.
Yatu abamu obi. All of a sudden, we na yirate foundation. Now why? Omu opposition who foundation da. Na yirate foundation no. Now the number ye private companies so. Mumra me support it. Yes, it is a dream now. Why? When I took home and Mbeka say, I could for the $25 million contract. I'm an basu on Conco penty a year you were at work. Akola iba catch them say. And you won't know a your contract here. Now your private companies na asona say. What's the one penita? What buy a want to me for a contract in a but I know Kurano. Me will problem with it. If so, your president a bar now call private individual. So we call pay sponsorship. Private individual or interest. It was the who sponsor.
Let them know.
Or we also are watching a woman, someone and say, "Be buying ma against them." And you want who it's tell oil. So best sponsor Sharafa. By virtue of Sharaf being in close proximity with the president. Who by Yamano. So how are we accepting the norm? Say so be Papa by your president. All of a sudden, that person can be going around soliciting for funds from it will cost money 2 million Ghana cedi, 2 million 5,000, and you are using it as a yardstick because you for the
Exactly. So.
Sharaf nina mamemum. Sadenya, Sharaf organize boxing. Kama. It boxing for say. Me and Kawasem. It is even an affront. Adewe eyenim guasiama muankasa as a nation. Omaya yatimwa. Your Ghana Boxing Authority. Your Sports Authority. National Sports Authority. Your Ministry of Sports. Also sa Ghana Boxing Authority. National Sports Authority. Ministry of Sports. Sa huge national institutions. Omuntimi organize boxing just a Sharaf ne co-organize.
Hypocrites.
When you correct. So I say, obi use state power and you're building a ma. And you're wrong. And they obi use state power and you're building a ma. Yankee and two. Oko Kamina Saddick Adams say, you organize it be 2024. One and name said 2024. John Mahama was a potential president. And don't forget, John Mahama has become a president before and now coming. So by virtue of even former president in it alone. And on the ma, a friend be a influence peddler.
Precisely.
What is one Amoki can say? Secretary can the Yankee say Sharaf for ye boxing at the why are dear? There's nothing wrong. Maybe can Kramaka send why are dear. Now so said there now no more year, you'll be some of the same question. Muslimunti bida. I don't know Muntibida. Matimit Mutubin because a Sharaf. Me and my Sharaf and you're no name a target. I'm questioning a year, say ya the papa. You're two idea Abama Obia. All of a sudden, I wish you are all near Ramam winning. Young Concord video, President Mahama, Chile, the entry will see Bukum Arena. Young Concord. So you will realize that President Mahama, Nivision, I know your president want to say, Obama Bukum Arena, I be your sports a year, a boxing for Nina Bayajuma.
Precisely.
Instead, so be use state institutions, Ghana Boxing Authority, Ghana Sports Authority. Now, all their builders are the or the Nebane lead their builders are the and I must be in question because in the bay, why are they successful? Yes, it is okay. Now, a whole sports authority, Ghana Boxing Authority, and the sports ministry, Kofi Adams, someone to me organize a year successful boxing match, and to me for Anthony Joshua Madia, and you're most sure one Sharaf made the ministry there. Some Funubano. Me ask some quite the I've almost been to
Fire them.
Because a Sharaf, the Kufuado Badie, who could be a restaurant near Trantro. Restaurant here see a 6 million Moha money Trantro. I'm here to tomb. You can't say I'm permanent. Kufuado Banamon and Mamma Moom. If so, yes, Adia. Young Congo code of conduct and no Jomama and Ankasadaba. And then you show Jomama video. I walk as the entry see Bukom boxing arena. It's a way, yes, I hope so promoting boxing. Make a nano a Yimiaga Sabino Bukumbanku. Or no Swabekami, as I'm not Richie. Why are no Wakano? Some Rebo Becasu feel limipa. Eti and when it matem. Or Mama Canada. I eat a policy in the Trinity Sebosum penny, no did matem. And I see Joshua Clot and Yadia, and you're very at the Cheni Abon. And yet you hear me. Joshua Clot walk. Oh, boxing ya millions of dollars. One team man for be a man promote Ghana boxing. Now a Suko no mawe one now say one brother promote Ghana boxing.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Joshua Clot is one TB that. Adia no so ye lasting solution. It was China say President Mahama bani ni ho a. Obi antimi promote boxing bio. Ni you state institutions na ka boxers no mo ho atomo. E dey na make am monte ase. E dey na make am monte ase.
Pound for pound.
Ade ba no. Ni en kan okure okure ni musa. Ah? Ade ba no. Dek.
Who is the mohini?
Enra na ye Ekuonaba ba. Ye nyina kaseti ai. And ye Sharaf. And I'm saying it's not even about Sharaf.
Never.
It could have been me, it could have been General, it could have been anybody.
Precisely.
So it's not about Sharaf.
Exactly.
But it is the idea here to Obama Ubia. All of a sudden, ne bush your phone ramuna, yeah. Also, private institutions and a sponsor. It is Talo Oil. Now, what's Saddick Adams who free this sponsor? It is Saddick Adams can say, can you miss on correct? Say, na wo truckrat, I call Talo Oil. On Bema sponsorship for sponsor. And yen free for a second, let's pretend that your mama and Sharaf Papa. Our your president. It is Sharaf we truckrat, I command Talo Oil. I go best sponsor. So by proximity to power, he is using it for other nyoma. Ya can was him say you're wrong.
Exactly. So
Sekufado ye nya and ne your mama by ya and yet
Wrong.
Mosi Yankee Anuntu.
that's what they know.
Ghana Boxing Authority. Saudi Anthony Joshua by Asam Ketwa. And the young site Danny, there's a video I made sure said you see Bookie Anthony Joshua make your appearance. Sometimes what charge even $2 million.
Precisely so.
$2 million.
All the people.
Before so, and I'm going to buy the president free. They go free. Imagine this cash
Appearance fee.
appearance fee. Or charges sometimes as high as $2 million.
Exactly. So
Na ye ka say, mun use state institutions no fanye. Most mun use state institutions. Ye ba me ya ba leadi. Anya de papa. Anthony Joshua wonye charity organization. Oh ye event na peso oba na manfo na ni be di akira. Said oba ye manfo na ni adi akiri. Na mun use National Sports Authority.
exactly.
Mun use Ghana Boxing Authority.
Oh, them
Na munya nsem hunu no.
hypocritical people.
Ade ba no. Sa Sharaf so and I know Saddick Adams who no sports in the call report to say Sharaf no we a footballer born wo Bobby way wo Bobby da bay and all of a sudden you champions and you see your boxing coach da onu na ba beli na say that be you wrong
Exactly.
you must state institutions in champion say ba ya wo china say your mama ni aban mu a
Oh, them
still and boxers and mo betomo be ka bi aboa mu a mo meto and am say ndc afra mo nti ya ka mo se dey ya ba hwehwe na ni abo no enye de ehia ni awonde kro na awa ba hwehwe ka de chi no ababo no fa koje ai titles bra and I say emre sa say me hwehwe ka te chi aye babo na no ehunura me ana ehunura okay, I'm so now you'll be destroyed now. Meaning why people are so fixated on being destroyed or being something must be destroyed anyways. Somebody must be destroyed anyways. Why do we live in a world where we feel so self-important? They say, Saddick can't be now no chere Ekuonaba. Saddick can be a chere mo. Oba ya wo de Sharaf in the mua. Who took quite crown at the expense of the taxpayer? Now the neka hoko. Meka na jaye. Yes, sir. And we are accepting this nonsense. Abaye nya to abama abaye na president baya na ne wofa ase mabie foundation ne nana mabie foundation ne yire mabie o ya so da bi private institutions na support me. Why they name say private institutions? Because we are closer to power until no musuru support you.
Expose them.
Sharaf no anka say onye president mama a oye president ba. Wo tworo krata ko baby obebu ano. So o you so ono anka sa ni position no. To intimidate people.
Exactly.
What's a mianka? Yanko code of conduct na president mama. I sure ya de ministers. E wa bra wo no ani so. Yanko go 1.5. Code of conduct. Yanko point 1.5.
Read it to them.
Ni reading chira wo. It was ministers more involved or more families which were likely or is likely to conflict. Nemo mo di Obama families and nemo memu. Which is likely to conflict. And when for ya omone wo ba no didi agoro no. Enya oba no mo pe na asem. By virtue of the fact that Oba no papa ye president.
Expose them.
It is all kobusa omo bibia. Omo ni say. Cause one former president ba. Watching no. President Mahama make country say in all of these dealings on far phone Mfre will be introduced to Nebano. Is that no influence peddling? Is that not influence peddling? Are you not using the opposition as a president to influence some of these things? I feel you can't move yanka. You can't be madapa. I'm a someone come and so on back. And I hear the sheriff and movie Bitiano. But the sheriff for day, men want to quack. But they are wrong. A good father banner year and they are wrong. Sakufano so no sin and this wadi when so be creative arts na ko so nya sa. It will buy and the banner so work creative art. And no cassette here. And then your mama sin and this wadi when say boxing. Or buy and the banner lead. And then the most me and cassette here. Muslim
Mr. Dreamer.
No. Now you read the code of conduct. Danny Biamuni read the code of conduct. Eh? Danny Biamuni read the code of conduct. Now, what your code of conduct, Mama Mfona? Was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature. Your code of conduct, no. The president, Mama, the ministers, so was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature, and may arise due to influence and power of the minister. The minister holds. So the influence and the power of the president is where Talomodi who ebe sponsor neba. Yes, Montiasi, Montiasi. Pakawosi, we na make a Dietiasi. Also may arise due to the influence and power of the minister holds, both in his or her sectorial responsibilities as a member of the cabinet. B, may be pecuniary, that is arising the minister's direct financial interest, or non-pecuniary involving a family member or close associate. So, a family member or close associate, it will be perceived as conflict of interest.
Let them know.
We are a private individual. May per sponsorship. We are private in may per sponsorship. And you say we should continue as a nation with this behavior. Is that how we want to build a nation? After being a president to be our bar, the barba could pay BB keke. Well, and you're boxing. Inside now, no, creative art. And then the way the boxing. But I could be a bar. One of the Adua Yanis was to watch a child draws mama. As was one woman, one panty. It's a private individual, as a moment I'm a sponsor. I have a more sponsor. We are when you're 10 million. No, the more one see depend on Kwakoye. No, keep it the aka. So using state power to build their own children.
Precisely.
And most say no, me accept it because me I am me. How is that I am here?
Never.
President Mahama is so generous. You want to be that. You want to be that. Say, Obi Awabe former president. Now also buy. President. It's even when you're former president, you know, enough to influence some of these things.
Precisely so.
It's your year in 2024. No. Oh, Saddick Adams Busa. Sharaf when you papa president Mahama. Anka Oba also be person that card. What kind of Ukrainian you know to be our swim going to do? I never know. You can read 1 point. Identify the other one. You reading near ready. Point 1.53. You can go read ready. What's the interest of family and personal friends? Public perception is critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability. And I'm sure President Mahama, the code of conduct. Also, public perception is a critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability in governance. It is a President Mahama Yahweh say public perception is a critical factor there. The body nama memo, what does it send to the public?
Ask him.
I never see more Bianca wasam. Hey, Deck. I'm sure code of conduct. President Mahama the Troy. It was the Ama ministers. Name one word and the bendiso.
Fire the president.
Above the law.
Or see a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or personal friend that derives or is perceived to derive. So it's not even about deriving, but the perception of deriving.
Exactly.
What President Mahama say? Minister or more family members, a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or a personal friend derives or is perceived.
Educates them.
It's perception in itself is enough. What's the minister's in this? Perceived to derive some personal, financial, or other benefit from a decision or action by the minister or the government. It will be the mama. It's not a perception. So we use government, you know. After we see ministers in condition, what kind of country is this? Koto de budget. And until you train a track at the Chiada. I'm trying to make intellectual firepower debate.
Exactly. That's what we want.
Momfa here superior argument mra.
Precisely.
Na kwasia ne aboa na baga biga no watetana na ngadi pantana ngonya dan. Oga mas wanim say didi me matem. Onsia de.
Onsia.
Ogabi on tremba baga biga kan baga biga sa 16 years. No intellectual firepower.
Angels. Angel ben and no benanti.
Angel ne we nante.
Be say be one.
Me dear, me no na we menua aye dia yi na yi. Wo kwa kan me ho asem na ho ye me hina me mfa course bi. Na be me mfa course bi a ho hini say wa kwa tena odi matam ni ade. I won't come in that lane with you. Koko sua de.
Precisely.
Sua.
Told him.
Na me kan ye no so there be when em border on conflict of interest. Nemo my border on this, it borders on that, it borders on this. Then you bring another argument, I'll bring counter arguments. Ani ye no.
Precisely.
Yes, ani endek. E won sua wo. Have a bag bigger like you. And we've gone past that stage. I am above that nonsense. What I say? It's we me and me prove ya chere code of conduct 1.5.3. Now we see interest of family and personal friends. The perception of people derived in the Quran is against the code of conduct. The president mama do ne mabeti me and nemu ministers and manu omu nuanu mo menenemu. No more. What kind of country is this? Sharaf, it's got nothing to do with you as a person. Let's get that clear. I don't hate you. Now you see me for MPP. Yes, one also say you support a good thing. Why does it mean you support a good thing? Mrs. State institutions were what I see usual. My governance here full load. More cheap governance in this country. You accept stupidity. Or in the name of say, Obi a tuaba mobia. The bush and for betting me a begumaya young people. Near tuaba momo. Not because you people thought say a problematic. It was because Yaman and Amo benefiting. Tiafa Yamam Kwana made the same to or even worse. Eboa. Have you did me matter? That him did stop me. Muntia. Munya na krokro ne ade no kra ka no beboa mo a chen de moye no ehunhura Joshua Crotty o se ni di no muntimi mu obi a ja no kan fo asem kona me akwan mama yam build institutions o chena se Sharaf ni ho na president Mahama ni ho a boxers no be da survive
Sharaf just studying na
ave me na me kuma mo no mo sa kikansem hu no se if you don't know and you talk about boxing, now the boxing is a Kosovo.
I am a punk sabu.
One eye in a punk.
Joshua Crotty.
Joshua Crotty, me jai. Also grab me up boy. The boxers, no, you get this clear. I'm not against anybody helping you to promote. I'm saying we should use the right channels.
Told them.
Yeah, let me go there. Say, now so pay Sharaf 70, and they make sense to you. Abu mianga sama bu awo na no obonyom onte de make we ase na abu dia na ante ase yesi ya bronkuma egu nhire na kura na eti kuma kodu na be so abiribra eti amemo ne hyase no de mo ye na be kire se de mbe ya akoto aso na mo kwan mo ma mo wo fa ase na mo na no mu wurawura mu a ebe do ba bi o kanka ti obi an fana asem nko enwura ne de munyai me Sharaf de kura negdan so frame nka me jai kan ne mo mehwe mo ho hinti masa betum nchen mo obi enwura mo pa yetua sika mamu a wo paka wo se makan san bi na kwa jam kwasesem no mama wo nya sika you say week on week fele so fusku achi be homo be mo bia di
Papa bi.
ti me bia djuma mamo
One district, one factory.
o say o sorti omo kadechi 4 years ni ba wo say aka 3 years 4 months e ba wa o
Papa bi.
be wa papa amontimi ensomu dia say di ensuo to ye sa na wi abo a won wa wi abo free from da na mo de mo Ekufa do tia me ye ma mo kwa mo kan kwasesem bia na mo ejoma ama ba darling boy ye makwai baga biga ye makwai you cannot come to Jawa no necessary Mugabe you know sense necessary
Precisely.
they now we first no kwana nyansa um say they now be chira na obeye Okatakyie jai ne no kwana nyansa um na go travel sugar ana be me dey after all me no mienu ye nim say ba ko akasa ko jail me ko jail wakasa the difference is clear.
It is clear.
Do nim nyansa do nim nyansa na manfo nim do e kwase na do anya kwase manfo nim
Sapepepe.
na wo timi di Ekuonaba do me mo na tam sa me bro Ekuonaba do nua nyina okrom a sa ta na yemo de and na mo say mo ba after me me bro Ekuonaba do nua wo and na de na o ka no kore and na de me kabiti adwo Mahama ban me nka no kore I'm going to say no kore wo mo manu mu ana and I'm going to decide who has credibility or not and never could be a minua ba ko GF ni bia me hu the video was mo se Okatakyie nya credible Okatakyie nya relevant and so nya kasa ya na mo ho hira mo sa wa 1 week as mam kan Saturday ni awe mu awe ade so kwa na passing comment o mo tin ma sha da ambulance service de na to Yabasaba ambulance service audio ni mo so you see won wo we nkrofo yire on office na ni ade and some mo o mo timi nkoba so masaba you know I for the records and we'll keep the records going. No fear, no intimidation, no amount of intimidation will call us into silence. Me nipa me na wa me nsuru me ko Afrifa yoko hine agona yoko hine wani royal me dey you remember me na me ma me akosu abenu wa no nim say ne ba no kura me ni 20 years say na me say ha adwen no but nyamo na mo decide if say dey am be hye kura say mo dey ba be say me no eno na be pejama ko do greatness exactly to be antimi nyame hwe never se bi onyakopo twedi ampo se me bre ne so a eduru wa chuo keteki na ma de wiase ase na me ko precisely if say wiase amete no ye mo ye bia e be ye de be ye what will be and then I'll call Latin kase mo ye say key Sarah my name still remains and forever will be what you know. I won't mention it. Bye bye so mo bye bye.